Hi, Michael. Well, I guess I can get going. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Everyone here has seen this presentation before, so why don't we just, oh, well, all right, yay, come on in, have a seat. All right, I'd like to welcome Scott Powell. Hi, Scott, thank you for coming. There are now 4 of us. This is not being videoed anywhere, is it? Okay. Oh, is it really? Okay. Okay. Well, hi, everybody. Hi. My name is Martin Shen. I am the president and CEO of FingerMotion. I want to thank everyone for coming to the presentation today. The agenda we have is fairly simple. We'll go through kind of what we do, our core businesses here at FingerMotion. We'll go through a few of the milestones, how we got to where we are today. And then we'll go through a bit more of what we're looking forward to in the next 6 to 12 months. I'd like to start the presentation off with a short little video, kind of a 30,000-foot view of what we do at the company, and then we'll go through our core businesses after the video.
We are an evolving technology company with core competencies in providing mobile payment and recharge platform solutions. Our vision is to rapidly grow our user base and have this growth develop into an ecosystem of users with high engagement rates, utilizing its innovative applications. We offer telecommunications services. Our Pigeonhole's integrated system can seamlessly manage mobile recharge, data, subscription plans, and more. We accurately and efficiently manage online products and services of major telcos through our system, may it be B2B or B2C. Our SMS integrated platform offers SMS and MMS payment solutions, bridging clients to their user-based partnerships with major telcos. Our Sapientus platform utilizes data to power solutions for multiple industries not limited to finances and insurance by leveraging all the data that is collected into a predictive model that is able to isolate and extract consumer behavior and habits for future monetization. FingerMotion continues to aggressively invest in research and development. Our primary area of focus is the development of must-have application for consumers and businesses. Join us today.
And we're done, thanks. Well, hopefully you can see from that video that we're well entrenched in the mobile phone arena and in the mobile data space. And with our ability to accumulate and aggregate data, we hope to be able to innovate new products, enhance the products that are already out there in the market, and with the data accumulation that we have, provide more insight to understand both human nature and human behavior. So just a bit of history about our company. In 2018, we got the license to be the payment processor for China Mobile and China Unicom customers, the telco customers. And then in 2019, we also got the SMS and MMS business from the telcos as well, which in essence is text messaging bundling. Again, because of our expertise in data accumulation, we started a big data arm called Sapientus, and we launched that in May 2020. And then, of course, in 2021, we uplisted to the NASDAQ. We're very proud of the team that were able to do this. We did it on our own without any institutional backing. And what that does really is it provides more comfort for our investors and more comfort for our shareholders with the regulatory requirements of NASDAQ, the regular reporting requirements as well, and then the governance. We think that that just kind of provides that comfort that investors look forward to, especially dealing with a Chinese company. And then last year, we launched 2 new products, the Daga app, as well as our C2, which is our command and communication platform, which is feeding into the emergency response program, which is mandated by the government of China. So what are our core businesses? We have 4 different revenue pillars. We have a telecommunication products and services division, We have an SMS and MMS business, Sapientis, which is our big data arm, and our value-added products and services, which are new, the Daga app and our emergency response program. So first, telecommunication products and services. We like to call it top-up. So what is top-up? So as a phone consumer in China, you use your phone, use up the minutes. Use your phone, use up the data. And you have to go in and top up your account. In essence, pay into your account to keep your account active. Now, how would you typically do this? Well, you would go to an e-commerce website, let's say Alibaba or Pinduoduo. You would find your respective phone provider's portal, click on it, and top up your account. Now you ask, why would you do this? Well, because that e-commerce company will actually give you a rebate or a coupon for the next time you use them and buy purchases on their system. So I equate this as going to Amazon to pay your Verizon bill. And they find it very worthwhile to do it. It's very simple. And because they do their purchases on these e-commerce websites, it makes sense. So what we do is we are the payment processor in the back end for both China Mobile and China Unicom. So if you understand the size of them, we're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.5 to 1.6 billion user accounts. Now, we don't do them all, obviously. There are legacy other payment processors out there that service that customer base as well. But we are licensed to do it. And at a time in which we were issued that license, we were probably only a handful of companies that had the license to handle those transactions. And we've been successful at it because we have very few failures and very few drop-offs. After that, the phone companies were comfortable with us that they started using us to help sell their discounted SMS bundles. This is text messaging in essence. So text messaging is still quite a prevalent way for companies in China to market their wares. And they have discounted bundles that say 100,000 or 200,000 messages. They pass those discounted bundles on to us, and then we would sell it off to our corporate partners. Different airlines, like China Eastern Airlines, hotel chains, and car dealerships. But as you can imagine in China, you can't just send out any message. You can't send out spam or nationalistic or propaganda messages. So you also need a review and approval process in the back end. And we have that as well. So our corporate customers get the advantage of both discounted pricing and a quick review process, which allows their messages to get out very quickly and very efficiently. So because of the success of our top-up and also the efficiency of our SMS business, the telcos then provided us license to go into their facility and study their user data. Now, like I talked about, we were talking about somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.5 to 1.6 billion user accounts. Now, a couple points that we would like to make very clear at the onset. One, we don't own the data. The ownership of the data is continued to be retained by the telcos. We're just allowed to access the data. The data that they do provide us access to has already been scrubbed for anonymity. So all the privacy has been covered. So there's no personal information. But what we have embedded is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2,000 to 3,000 different demographic data points, and we use that to build up our database. Now, one of the examples I like to use is, let's say, you're a 54-year-old man, but you drive to and from work Monday to Friday, go at 9, come back at 5, and drive maybe 5 miles a day, very safe, very residential roads. Versus the same demographic 50-year-old man, but he drives 100 miles a day, and he drives at all hours of the day on highways and back alleys and all that. Now, that dichotomy of information, do you think that that difference would be valuable to somebody? Well, we think so. But when we started this at the onset, we said having access to all this data isn't worth anything if you don't know what to do with it. So we looked at different industries that we could use this data, be it healthcare, be it financial services. And we ultimately landed on insurtech. Now, go back to my example, and if you're the auto division of a particular insurance company, do you think that that dichotomy information would be valuable? We think so, and that's what we're moving forward with Sapientis. Now, it's taken a number of really large strides over the last few years, where we've improved our risk scoring and risk rating, so it's very quick, and also the ability to precisely market to certain targets. And with that algorithm and understanding how that database works, we're also looking to move outside of just being China-centric. So we have conversations with Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam, where we can move this and try to use it in their jurisdictions as well. Finally, our value-added products and services. This is a new thing, a couple new things that we just launched last year. The first one is a Daga app, which is still very much in its infancy, and it is in essence a lifestyle app. It started off basically identifying where you could get your car washed or you get your car repaired. But we've now also aligned with the largest EV recharging infrastructure builder in China. The idea is that if you need to find a place to charge your EV, you can go on the app and you can find the charging stations. They're not based on any particular company, except for Tesla, which runs their own EV system. But it really helps. And that's kind of where we're going to go with the app. The app is very, like I said, in its infancy right now. But the idea of what we think we can build in is the insurance side. Let's say you need auto insurance, you can go to the app as well. Maybe down the road we'll go health insurance as well. So we're seeing where that will build out down the road. And then our command and communication platform, which is C2. So what China now has mandated is that every city, every town, and every village has to have an emergency response program in place to respond to natural disasters. And they have mandated us to provide the data platform for the communication of that data. Now, you can imagine there are possibly hundreds and thousands of different cities that will need different things. And having us build that platform is very important. So we're looking at things like drones and vehicles, equipment, cameras, all that sort of stuff, satellite phones, and we have to build it all. The idea originally came from us just building the data platform, so that when these emergency response teams go out to a disaster area, they would be able to feed back that information very quickly to a command center, a control center, and then they would better know how to release new resources to that emergency site. But now they've also made us the sole aggregator of all the other equipment as well. So we're not only building in the platform, we're also building in the vehicles, the drones, the satellite dishes, and all that sort of stuff, and the cameras. So it's a big, big project for us and could potentially be a very large revenue driver for us down the road. We've already released, I think, about 2 to 4 vehicles for one particular order, and we're going through the testing phase right now, making sure that those are all okay, and then we'll expand that nationwide, hopefully within the next year or two. So our competitive edge, like we talked about, is the fact that we do have exclusive license. We have exclusive license to do the payment processing and exclusive license to go in and get the data. So those are our first big steps that we have advantage over other companies. The second, of course, is having that good relationship with different government entities that allow us to run the emergency response program when that gets finally rolled out in the next couple of years. Industry trends, obviously, China is a very large playground, and we understand that politically, there's a lot of issues between, let's say, US and China right now. We try not to make any comments about that sort of stuff. We just know that the experience that we've had in the Chinese playground has given us a lot of data, a lot of information on how to make these different algorithms, different platforms work. And we were looking to expand that outside of China, like I mentioned, Southeast Asia countries, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Thailand. Future growth plans, obviously, with being on NASDAQ, we're looking at more liquidity, access to more funding, and what that would allow us to is obviously look at our first few pillars, the top up, the recharge business, as well as our SMS business, but also take some of that funding to grow our data side, our Sapientus company, and then also putting investment into the ERP system as well. Our financials will be out next month. Our annual reporting will be in May, but this is the growth that we've had in the revenue for the last 4 years, as well as our margin growth as well. And that's our management team. We have a very diverse and spread team throughout Southeast Asia. Obviously, our operations are within China, but my finance team is in Malaysia, and our board of directors are in Singapore. And that's it. That's our company. Thank you very much. there any questions at all? But thank you all for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry? Oh, well, thank you. I didn't do any of that. Appreciate that, though. Thanks. Take the dub. Take the dub.